deal of the week. Andrew brings Paul a deal of the week. And Seth's there too.
I'm here too.
And I didn't know if that was you or the audio.
You could hear me singing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No, I mean, not like...
with a high pitch.
I mean, I do 3-part harmonies like Queen. You know how Queen used to do it.
Is that what you do?
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. What the hell time is it? Thank you for watching the Deal of the Week with Paul and I. And Andrew, who hasn't been on in a while. Andrew, how are you?
I'm good.
Where has Andrew been lately?
Well, I show up for the deal of the weeks. I don't show up for the Paul and
That's
Seth
true. That's true.
chit chats, fireside chats.
Now, I was... Go ahead, Paul.
We need a fireside chat.
Fireside chat?
We need a fake fireplace here with 2 chairs and doing it.
Fake.
Have you guys seen?
Oh, you want me to
I
find a
know.
real fireplace?
I have a real fire pit. You've been there.
Well, I
I know
know, but here...
Seth, you don't follow golfers on Instagram,
Not recently, no.
but Phil Mickelson's been doing fireside chats with Phil,
Oh, has he?
and they are phenomenal.
Has he
because
lost weight?
Yes, a
Yeah,
lot.
Lean, yeah.
Is he getting a little
He
chunky?
sits there. He puts out.
He's
two,
always been chunky.
He puts out 2 candles like in a country club locker room with a glass of wine,
Oh, sorry. Andrew.
and he calls them fireside
Fireside
chats.
chats. Now, listen, I got really sad of late because I really don't want this wrist injury to hold you back in Mexico.
From what?
On the tennis court.
Oh, one, I'm right-handed.
I know that your killer backhand.
This would right now affect it.
That's my point. I want this puppy to be healthy. I don't want any excuses. 'Cause I'll be running wind sprints through December, getting ready for the big January push.
I believe none of that. Anything you just said is not true. Plus, I want to be back playing golf next month.
I'm gonna document my training schedule to get ready for the Mexico.
It's just gonna make
Showdown?
you. It's gonna make you feel worse when you get dominated.
Hey, a brother's got to try. You know what I mean? Bitches got to
When
eat.
Seth loses the first game, he's gonna be up for 2 hours watching YouTube videos on how to serve.
By the way, Seth gets so intense when he's playing tennis. Like everybody else that can tease, Seth's just like, all right, 15 love. Other side.
In fairness, when we were playing with Rockman and Darnell, the score would fluctuate by 30 points all over.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well,
40-30. No, I had 70. You can't.
You can't have 70.
we'll document this on the podcast. It should be.
I'll be the camera
Stellar
guy because
TV.
I'm and the announcer because
Yes.
I won't be playing with.
We're here for a deal of the week, where Andrew brings Paul a deal that Paul's never seen.
I
What?
thought you were gonna.
do the
You're
song.
literally repeating the song,
I thought
just
you were
in
I
word
wrote
form.
the song. I wrote the song. I mean, sadly, it didn't get a Grammy yet. But where are we this week with deal of the week? Andrew. It's Andrew, right?
Yeah, it is.
This looks like a
Wow,
house.
this is beautiful.
I know.
I'm not going to shout out where we're at.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Shout
Oregon.
It out. Shout it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oregon or
6.
Oregon?
Oregon.
Well, right off the bat, this looks like a lovely, lovely spread. Beautiful helicopter drone style pictures.
Isn't that cute?
It's been photoshopped to show. I'm gonna guess this is 120 units. What is this?
100.
Well, it says on the front page 100, so you should go with that guess.
If I wrote a Reddit, it wouldn't have been a guess. It's not as fun. 100 units. Looks nice. Paul, what's your initial thoughts on this deal?
Looks pretty nice. It looks like a house. That's what I like about it.
Built in 92.
Well, the one thing, Seth, when you were talking about that drone footage, look how many other, I mean, it's like an apartment community built in a neighborhood.
Okay.
So that part I like. I like the fact it's 100 units.
Why
All 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Boom.
Wow, that's nice.
I
I
just-
bet,
I
Paul,
just
you
got-
already have your number, right?
I'm sexually aroused, Captain.
Yeah, Seth's like, oh, he already has it. Look at those
Yeah.
kitchens.
Paul wants to pay $6 million. Write this down.
How
Paul
many
wants
of
to pay $6 million for this.
How many of these units have been upgraded?
0. That's an example. Like they just found that on the internet and posted that.
Seriously?
Legit.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, so they're showing us fake photos of what it could be.
Hey, Mary, do you want to go to Oregon and manage a property?
She does. She's nodding yes.
Oh, this picture's not exactly the most attractive. We can ginger this up nicely, though.
You mean Mary's moving to Oregon?
No. We'll fire up the jet and get her out there.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Mary, what do you think about?
I don't want it.
Say again. Say again.
Come on, Mary. Welcome to the podcast.
I
Mary.
love it. I love it.
Mary, just say hello, just like a ghost. Just say hello.
Hello. Go away.
Yeah. We're bringing you stellar content.
Tim, that
here.
was great.
So Tim's off camera, waving around a large phallus type microphone. He throws it near Mary. We're running quite a production here, folks.
Get away. Get away.
Didn't just
Get
look us
away.
on YouTube. It'd be incredible. Go ahead, Paul.
I
What do you
just
think?
dropped pop on my thing.
This is yeah. Oh, I see. Look at you go. Paul always spills pop. Okay.
So Tim and I have a problem wearing white, but either way. All right, average rent $11.65.
So yeah, they're giving us fake pictures of what the upgrade could be, right?
Yep.
They're also pet friendly, as
Shout it
shown
out,
in this
shout
picture.
it
Look, look at my mic. See this picture of cats and dogs? This is
That's
cute.
a beautiful cat.
That's how you know.
Beautiful. So, well, that's a good. I like that actually. It's kind of scaring me, but okay. Andrew, tell me a little bit about. Wow, is
Good
this
parking spots.
is this our gym rendering or real gym?
That's real.
Wow, it's nice. Very nice.
167 parking spots. Are there garages anywhere? Or are they all surface?
Surface.
Okay. Oregon doesn't have the best weather, but that's okay.
So as far as size
Shout
of the
it out,
city, because
shout
that's
it
something
out.
that we talked about on some other podcasts, like
1, 2,
the
3, 4,
city's a little
5,
bit too
6.
small. I'm not interested in it. This city, without using the exact
Is
name,
my city.
110,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So for us Ohioans who are
I'm looking it up
listening,
right now.
I just told you, 110,000. It's the 4th largest city in Oregon.
Okay, nice.
Median age 35.7. Household income 63.6.
It's good.
Average house cost 242,000.
It's just okay.
But
Okay.
so take a city like Parma.
Oh, you've done your stats here. Go ahead.
Well, 'cause this is a question Paul always brings up.
Uh-huh.
Parma's 79,000 people, 7th largest city in Ohio. Average age 42 years. So you're about 7 years higher.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in a big. This is what I was looking for. The MSA is 2.3 million. So it's a city within a big MSA, and that's what I was looking for. Like it's like saying Richfield's only 4,000 people. Paul, you live in the middle of nowhere. Well, no, I've got Akron, 15 minutes south of me. Cleveland, 20 minutes north of me.
What's the MSA?
Like the metropolitan
Metropolitan.
statistical area involves like Cleveland's MSA is like Cleveland, Elyria, Mentor. It's like the whole
Yes.
thing.
It has neighboring counties that all
Okay.
filter to it.
So the MSA is about the size of Cleveland. The metro is about the size of Cleveland. Which metro is that? Is it Portland?
Portland.
See, that's what I was asking about the whole like. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
southeast.
how far is it?
So they say the average square footage is 900 per unit. They're getting 1165.
Oh,
for
16
rent.
miles. So it's literally like my house to Cleveland.
Yeah.
1165 in rent per unit with 97 occupancy. Do you think they're lying on that?
So there's a blend. If you look at the trailing 12, it's going to be like 1,067, something like that. If you look at the month that they're doing right now, it's probably closer to 1165. So I was using a blended 1115. Kind of takes where they've been in the past to where they're at right now. Just because you lease 2 units at the 1165 doesn't mean you're going to push them all there. It does if we were selling though.
Okay. Paul, what are you doing over there?
He's digging in the expenses and numbers and pro forma.
Say out loud, shout it out what you doing over there.
So these taxes did not budge in their pro forma.
You're right. Good catch. Oregon taxes are 1.162.
Of purchase price.
Correct.
Okay.
So you're right. The problem is I can't give you what it will go to.
I know because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He can calculate the magic number then. But you're right. It will go up.
I'm going to get some new sound effects so we can fill dead time when Paul's calculating or checking his Tinder page. Oh, here he goes. Zen moment.
I made a few assumptions.
Please do tell.
I assumed taxes were going to go up a lot, which I don't think they're going to. Because the taxes are really going to fluctuate the value of this property. I am somewhere around, this is a very big range, you're going to hate it, but it does matter here. 90 to 110,000 per door.
Wow, that's a lot.
Big
A lot.
range.
So $9 to $11 million.
So you talked about taxes. What others did you move? Because I had a handful of things I moved around as well.
I just increased everything by $1,000 a door. To account for taxes, to account for everything. What'd you do?
1,070.
Oh.
Here, look at that. Oh, look at that.
That's a toenail he's been holding. The whole,
Did you see that?
it's like a big booger. Yes. Paul's just passing
I
boogers
froze.
during.
Can we get a zoom in on camera 3?
What if
over
I
here?
clipped all? What if I kept all my toenail clippings for a year and gave them to you in a bag one time?
Or a jar, mason jar, wide mouth, wide mouth mason jar, please.
Can I challenge you?
Okay, so hang on a second.
What rehab did you do and where'd you push?
Oh, I
next
didn't even
to?
do that yet. I'm just talking about as is right now. That's all I'm talking about as is.
That was your as is price.
That was my as is price.
Okay.
Okay. Now for the rehab stuff, I'm gonna throw a few things out there.
Okay, and I'll tell you where mine are.
I mean, this is a nice property. You got to do it nice. You can't do it cheap. You got to do it nice.
Do it.
do it slowly. 18 a door.
Wow.
Okay.
What's going into that? This is full rip and gut? What are you talking about?
Well, no, but it's really nice. So I'm talking about look at the exterior right here. What's your name?
My name is Andrew.
So Seth,
The Sexterior.
look at this.
I see it. What's
Actually, it's
wrong?
not terrible, but we got to do some things to it, like landscaping.
So I agree. There's stuff you need to do, but I didn't go as because
Yeah,
you're not.
you might be
You're
right.
not
You
taking
might be
out
right. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
15.
Yeah, 15 a door sounds
did
about right.
15.
Okay, I'll give you that. The question is the rents. Now, this is where I hate doing it because I don't know what the rents in the area are.
Correct. That's fair.
But
I
to do
can just-
15 a
I
door,
can just tell you
I'd want
what
to
I
get
did.
$200 bump at least.
1,400.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You think you can get there?
Well, because there's some
1165 to 1400.
the real new stuff is going upwards of 2,100, and some of the fancy rehab older stuff is getting 1,700, 1,600. I don't think this is going to hit the you're not downtown or anything like that in Portland, so you're not going to get the full way, but you can make a good jump.
You know what? I'm going to pay, to be aggressive, I'm going to pay 11. 110,000 a door.
110,000 a door. What cap rate you do?
6.5.
Okay. I did a 6 cap.
Of course you did. Why do you do this?
I don't know what you do. I'm still trying to pick up.
This
what you,
kills you, right? Every time with this cap rate.
tell it again.
Cap
It's-
rate is net income divided by sale price.
Net income per year.
So the lower the cap rate, the more expensive the property. You're paying more for it because you're getting a lower return. So 6% is a lower return than 7%.
So in other words, you're just saying you want a 6% return out of this.
If you paid cash, the cash return would be 6%. I'm sitting there
That's
saying,
not too great, right?
well, no, but even 7% doesn't sound too great, but it's a much bigger return when you put debt on there.
And you're also sitting there and saying, how certain am I going to be able to get this? How certain is this market going to be there? Like New York City, for example, goes super low because, New York City is always New York City.
Although they're seeing a drop, 1 in 4 condos that were built from 2013 and now is currently sitting empty.
Side note.
Side note.
So explain to me the difference between
So when Paul said 6.5 cap,
yeah.
he's saying I want a 6.5% return. So his price is going to be lower. When I say 6, that means because
If
I'm
you want a higher
dividing-
return, you got to pay less, right?
So yeah, so you're paying
As a
10
math
million.
guy.
You pay 10 million bucks for this place, and you're going to get 600 grand a year.
Under his number.
Yes.
For me, if I paid $10 million for property, I want to make $650 a year. But if I want to take this property that makes $600,000 and get a 6.5% return, I take 600,000 divided by 0.065, and that's like $9.5 million bucks or whatever it ends up being. We need to explain this more. We probably need to create a video about this.
Because he's bringing it up every time. I still can't grasp.
I know
it.
you're a math guy. So if maybe it's easier to visualize the idea of taking that 10 million or rather the cash flow divide by 0.06
Yeah.
versus divided by 0.065, which number is going to be bigger? Because you're finding X, which is the purchase price. So if you divide by 0.06, it's going to be a bigger number because you're dividing by a smaller.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how you're getting that.
Bored.
Okay, Paul, go ahead.
I looked at Mary and she's looking at me.
Paul wasn't talking, so he got bored.
Exactly. What's the fucking price, Andrew?
Oh my gosh.
Can I read you the broker's comment when we chatted on the phone?
Yes, let's hear it.
Because it involves a bunch of stuff.
Go ahead.
Pricing on this one is at $16.5 million to $165,000 a door. And he goes, which is about a mid-4 cap.
Oh, so he at least acknowledges it's a
Yes.
ridiculous cap. Okay,
No,
thank
no.
you.
He acknowledges
Good.
the market deserves a mid-4 cap.
Okay, at least I thought he was
He
going to
goes,
sit there in line and be like, let's buy the 7
This is a
cap.
prime rehab property. You're going to have to put about $800,000 into it. $400 to the inside, $400 to the outside. He goes, that should get you into the 1300s, give you a 16% IRR.
What do you think of all these numbers he's throwing around, Paul?
I don't think 8,000 is enough. Maybe we go there and we're like, oh yeah, that's all it needs. I mean, I don't remember the last.
I don't think 8,000 is enough. Now, we did
Especially when
15,
you're
but
splitting-
to Paul's
8,000 per door, he's saying.
Yeah, we were talking about 15 per
Yes,
door.
you're right.
And by the way, we could be wrong, but even if I take 10,000 per door,
But he also said like 13s, which could be 1305. We did 1400, so we should put a little more in to get the bigger number. But so going back, if I did a 6 cap on all the information we talked about, it's a 2.4% IRR. If I drop 6
At his
down
price.
to to a
at
4.5,
16.5 million folks.
dropping only the cap rate down, changing nothing else to a 4.5 cap. If I actually think it's going to give 4.5 in 7 years, 13.2 IRR.
So he's wrong anyhow.
It's a huge jump right there.
This is an interesting property because I'm trying to envision this if this was a 10 unit
Well,
and the numbers were similar.
So I was talking to Tim. Tim said we have a couple people that listen like in Australia and something like that. So the idea is like if you're listening somewhere else in the country and you go, wherever
Australia's
Iowa,
not in the U.S., by the way.
Yes, correct.
Okay, because he said somewhere in the country.
Austria is, though.
No, but thinking about investing somewhere in the country,
Go on.
Oregon sounds way cooler. You're like, oh, Portland, millennials. That's way cooler
Hipsters.
than Iowa.
Love Iowa.
Ohio, you mean?
Ohio, yes.
My second favorite person in the world was born in Iowa.
Oh.
Third,
Raise your hand.
Who is that?
Mary.
Oh, Miss Paymer.
What city, Mary?
When you said what city, I was like, Seth,
It's
do you
like-
know Iowa real well?
I was going to have Seth list 5 cities in
Yeah.
Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa City.
No, I got it. It's just Franklin. There's always an Akron somewhere.
Davenport. Tommy Boy.
I actually thought you
You're
said
going to need a new map.
I did get confused with Idaho.
Hoodaho.
So, Paul, what did you want to pay for this property?
$11 million.
And it's listed for 16.
But in fairness to the broker, at least he acknowledged the price was really, really high from a cap rate perspective, as opposed to the other liars out there who go, no, it's $16.5 million. That's a 7 cap. No, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. No, it's not. You know what I mean?
The couple mistakes he made, it wasn't. So cap rate changes the price completely. That's the biggest thing. There were, like Paul and I said, about $1,000 in expenses when you go through like reserves,
Taxes.
insurance, management fee was insane low. 3%, that's low. You got to be 5% on this, 100 units. But tax is the biggest thing.
Shout it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
Okay.
it's not crazy, but 4.5%, it's shocking to say someone's going to want to get a 4.5% return on this. To go work hard to get 4.5%.
Paul turns into like a 9-year-old when like he finds out he's not interested in this anymore. It's like the adults are still talking and he just wants to go get chicken nuggets. So he's like snoring into his mic and making sounds. Okay, we're gonna get Paul some
M&M's.
some M&Ms and French fries, and we'll come back
I want ketchup.
with another deal of the week. Thank you, Andrew, for bringing us this lovely deal. Paul, as always, thank you for your cocky insight.
How's that cocky?
I don't know. I'm just goodbye, everybody.
What a dick.
Love you.